Alright guys, welcome back to another One Piece chapter reaction. Now I say that, but the chapter's technically not even out yet. It's coming out in 2 minutes, but I'm recording this a little bit early just because RLCS is in about an hour, and you know what I'm saying? And I'll just get this chapter. Well, this makes it sound like I'm gonna rush through the chapter. Don't worry, RLCS is in an hour, so I'm giving myself a whole hour to record this. And typically it doesn't take me more than half an hour to record these One Piece chapter reactions, so it's not like I'm gonna rush through the chapter. I'm still gonna read it at my own pace. But yeah, chapter's out in about an hour. And you know, well, the chapter's out in a minute, but RLCS is in an hour, so we're gonna read through the chapter now, and then we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll go watch RLCS. It's RLCS Sunday, Europe Open 2 for the Boston Major of 2026. I don't know why I said all that. You probably don't care about RLCS. You're here for One Piece, I know. So, last One Piece chapter. Yeah, boy, Loki killed his own dad. He had to do it with the help of Shanks and you know and well, and Gabon, but he did the killing blow. They couldn't really kill him. And we found out, or apparently, according to Gabon, you can't hurt them if you culture attacks with advanced conqueror's hockey, right? Which makes me think, like, okay, could Luffy do that? Was Luffy not doing that in Egghead against those, against the, not Celestial Dragons, against the Gorosei there? I mean, it makes me wonder, right? So, yeah. But King Harald, I think he's dead now. I think Loki did it, and that's why Loki's now been the accursed prince, as they call him. Yeah. He's got Supreme King Hockey too. That's a first, says Gabon. Oh, he's referring to Harald here. So Harald had Supreme King Hockey, but did Harald also didn't he also say didn't Gabon also say, let's see, if these guys have any weaknesses, it's against those of us who can defuse our attacks with the Call of the Supreme King. So yeah, Advanced Conqueror's Hockey. Alright, anyway, the chapter just came out because it's been more than a minute. Yes, sir. There's 0 comments, obviously, you know. The other chapters have 300 plus comments, but this is the first. I'm not used to the chapter with 0 comments because, again, the chapter just came out. And this chapter is called Ragnir, which is the hammer. I was actually thinking of calling the previous chapter Ragnir, you know how I always titled my chapter reactions things. But I chose not to because I felt like Patricide obviously fit more because that's literally what happened. So maybe I'll call this chapter reaction Ragnir and match it with what the chapter is actually called. But we're now in chapter 1171. I don't usually call, not on purpose. I don't intentionally avoid calling my chapter reactions the same as the chapters themselves. I have done it before where my chapter reaction title is the same as the actual chapter, but that's not always the case. I just do a title that I think makes sense and fits. So Patricide, I felt like fit for last chapter, but the actual chapter last time was called Contrary. So it's not always the case. I also like to keep, for chapter reactions, I'll also try to keep them to one word or at least a few words as possible. But for 1169, for example, for One Piece, the chapter was called My Death Cannot Come Soon Enough. Yeah, I will not title a chapter with using that many words unless it like really works, it really fits. Like Law Breaking the Gear, although I wasn't reacting to One Piece on YouTube, but when I was reading that chapter when that came out, because that happened, well, almost 15 years ago now or something, 14 years ago now. That's crazy. You know, Spunk Hazard. But okay, let's get straight into the chapter. Why not? 1171 Ragnir. Let's see if you have any cover page, or not cover pages, but like reader requests or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, so we have Zoro looking at a mirror with a cat. He's also wearing cat ears, or he literally has cat ears. I don't know. And there's a cat behind him, kind of like Ratatouille style. maybe Zoro this entire time hasn't actually been using his source to fight. Maybe there's been a cat like Ratatouille style fighting for him, and Zoro can't actually fight. Imagine that. He's Zoro a fraud? Question mark? No, I'm joking. Okay, so it says reader request is Zoro being given a cat ear headband by a cat by Ura Nekoko. Alright. cat ear headband. Okay, we can't really see the headband properly. We can only see the cat ears. But okay. Oh, oops, sorry for bumping you guys. You probably heard a bit boom right there. I actually just hit my microphone. Okay, all right. Let's go to chapter Ragnir. Okay, so Gabon is injured, but he's fine. I had a terrible vision, plain as day, of Harald venturing forth from this castle and laying waste to the world until it was nothing but ruins. That's crazy. How did you have such a vision? Is your future sight that crazy good, Gabon? But Loki stopped it, so what's up with that? It's hard to imagine, with the way his wounds healed themselves, that there was actually a means to stop him. Dang, look at the destruction he laid waste. That's crazy. That goes to show how strong he was. I mean, he did also have the emu boost, but Harald was still a strong dude. He did not want to be his opponent. And I feel like similarly now with Ragnir, you did not want to be Loki's opponent. So if Loki joins us, the Straw Hat Pirates, he becomes a member. You know what I mean? We're looking dangerous. Does the treasure of Elbaph really have such power? Ja Rule? And there you can see Shanks and Gabon and Ja Rule here. Not that I've heard, but chills my spine to think of what might have happened had Loki not been here. Loki's a kind of a goat. Loki MVP. Yeah, but it's true. Like Loki with that Ragnar hammer, he's really strong. Eh? We have a means to stop these God's Knights. Here's Shanks. Once I'm in the Knights of God, dawn will come to Elbaph. And here's Shanks' dad, Garling. Speak your desire, and whatever it is, you shall have it. You've been so deprived, my poor son. Alright, shut up, Garling. Those miserable peons are not people. Forget what happened in the lower world. Shanks, ooh, Shanks is getting the arm thing, y'all remember my theory? The way they get with the Seeking and Luffy, the way Shanks, gave up his arm. But also, really, wasn't really questioning like why Shanks lost his arm when he met him. He's like, oh, you only have one arm now. What happened, Shanks? And Shanks was like, don't worry, I gave it up for the future, right? He said something along those lines. But I wonder if it is also connected to this, right? This tattoo, I guess we can call it that. He even gave him this mark, the God's Knight's mark. Hey, Shanks! No, stop it! Ooh. That's your bad habit again. Don't you dare regret your birth. Damn. That's crazy. Shanks, bro. Dude, Shanks is getting more screen time here than he's got the entire manga. That's crazy. Yo, we gotta meet up with Shanks soon. Luffy and Shanks gotta reunite soon. It's happening next chapter. Oda announced it. Alright. Don't you dare regret your birth. But why did Harald have to die? He was too pure-hearted to have deserved that. If only I'd... It's not your fault, and you know it. You still have a role to play, Shanks. I guarantee it. Everyone's life has meaning, but you have to keep a level head. Shanks' life has a lot of meaning, yeah. Without Shanks, you will not have Luffy. Hey. Gabon might have known it. He knew his life had meaning, but he might not have known it that Shanks would eventually Shanks' life would eventually lead to what we have now as Pirate King Luffy. And Shanks himself might not have known it, but we're getting Pirate King Luffy because of him. That is what he gets for loving his country. Look at this panel, is so sick. This panel just gave me chills. I'm not gonna lie. Of Loki crying, like, hand in face, right? Face palming. His dad right in front of him, right? But it's like blocked out by the fire, so you can see his full body. And then in the next panel, you see only his dad's legs, right? Only Harald's legs, and nothing else. It's all covered up with blood, or like I guess they covered up with a coat or something. Maybe I think is that Loki's coat? Maybe Loki like put a coat over his dead body or something, because he doesn't want to see the bloody mess. That's messed up. It's a cruel joke, and you can see Loki crying. Man, crazy. Actually, I'm gonna go back and see if that is Loki's coat. Yeah, that is Loki's coat, because I went back 2 chapters ago, and Loki arrived with this black coat, wearing it. So I guess he covered his dad up with it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's such a great panel, by the way. The way the fire is first covering the coat and his dead body, and then you turn to the next, or you turn to the panel below, you see Loki crying, and then or not the coat, whatever you call it. Yeah, I guess you can call it a coat covering Harald. So good. that was an exceedingly rare ancient giant warrior, given even greater power and an immortal body. So how was he defeated? Is that what you're thinking? How was Harald defeated? Who could do that? That was nothing short of a monster. And thou sayest it was killed? By whom? What is in Elbaph? We shall have it investigated. Harald's abyss in Elbaph remains intact. Enough! It will only be the death of more knights. Performing the covenant inflicts a cost upon Mu as well. Ooh! Ooh, okay. So there are demerits to Emu. So it's not just this, because that would be way too overpowered. Like, okay, so there are costs to Emu's health of just using his ability or the covenant tattoo thing. Okay. Inflicts a cost upon Emu as well. We don't know what this cost is, but okay. So you can't just freely do it willy-nilly. It'll only be the death of more knights. See, they're saying, hey, Shanks, Gabon, and Loki, hey, that will kill even more knights. Hey. Watch out. Goro say, watch out. Harald chose to debase himself before humankind, to connect his country to other lands and peoples. This made him a heretic. His are a tribe of warriors whose every drop of blood calls out for battle. Carelessly incorporating them into the government will lead to internal collapse. Bro, this guy. So Emu is just racist too. Alright. Good to know that Emu is racist. I mean, okay, like not as if we didn't know that already. I mean, we knew he at least was, or she might be she. We don't know Emu's gender, but we knew Emu was at least what was the word I'm thinking of again? Damn, what was the word I'm thinking of? We knew he was discriminatory, right? Right? We knew he discriminated against others. When we saw Green Bull, how he was going crazy, right? But now we see that he's just straight up racist because he's saying that it's involved within giants' blood to be violent. Like that's literally what he's saying. Like bro is just saying all giants are violent. Involving them with us is bad, with the government is bad because they're just violent creatures. I mean that's what he said, but look, listen to this again. His are a tribe of warriors whose every drop of blood calls out for battle. Like, he may not have said it in such bad words as me. He might sound more eloquent, but let's be honest, bro, that's racism. He's just saying that they are a tribe of warriors and their blood literally calls for battle. Carelessly incorporating them into the government will lead to internal collapse. That's I'm sorry, that's just racism, textbook racism 101, bro. Okay. This made him a heretic. Okay, yeah. An ancient giant king of Elbaph who agrees to the covenant is a gift to Mu the likes of which shall not be seen again. He was a king that Elbaph never should have had, and see what came of it. History does not lie. Our kinds are incompatible. Never forget that Elbaph is D. Ooh. Our kinds are incompatible, huh? Okay. Loki. This news will lead to great unrest in the kingdom. I'm going out to sea, Gramps. I'll take all the surviving guards with me. And what of Harald's wishes? Tell the people of Elbaph exactly what happened here. You know I can't tell them. Listen closely. Man, so Loki decided to look like the bad guy. And Ja Rule knows and kept it happening. Man, I feel bad for Loki now. Listen closely, he says. Oh, this panel has so much aura in it, with Shanks and Gabon there too. Oh my god. Don't speak a word of what happened here to anyone, says Loki. Okay. Do you understand who they'll blame for it? How's that any different than usual? Do you really see a future where I become king and carry on my old man's ideals? But there are other ways I can live up to him. I'll take the powers I have and go avenge my dad and his soldiers. Okay. Now you're talking nonsense, Loki. The world government is a colossal organization. It's a task far beyond anything you can imagine. So Loki's just saying, I'm gonna storm the world government itself. Bro, I mean, this is the perfect chance because if he joins up Luffy, he's definitely gonna be attacking the world government eventually. A disaster. Terrible misfortune. Aura's castle has been attacked. Your Majesty. Wait, so if Gabon knew this entire time, he should have freed Loki way earlier when Luffy arrived on the island and the God's Knights were there. He should have just told Luffy, "Hey, yo, free him. This guy's good. He's with us. Just free him." I mean, he did say it eventually, but still, I did not know Gabon had this much info when I was reading that chapter. I have to reread those chapters now to see how Gabon was reacting because I don't remember exactly. So I sailed right off the island. I'm sure that by the time you returned home, Harviden, I'd been fully transformed into Loki the Father Slayer in the public's eye. In the public's eye, yeah. I certainly did enough to convince them I was capable of it. However, I'm not so far gone that I'd celebrate killing my own dad. I just didn't want everything he did to be undone because of what happened in the end. Or do you still think I should have told the country everything? There's Haruden. It's all true, Haruden, says Gaban. Okay, so Gaban is now saying it. We're back to the present! Is the flashback over? That was a sick flashback. We're fully back now. Do you get it now? I didn't want to have to dredge this all back up. Oh, yeah. So that's the end of the flashback. What a crazy good flashback. Yo, that Elbaph flashback went nuts. Look at Haruden's face, too. You know, he takes him seriously. I like that. I like that. And Luffy's like look into, you know how Luffy's like. I now understand why Chief Jarul argued for your clemency and continued to protect you. In short, Father chose death over the manipulations of the world government. Hey, don't forget, Elbaph is D. Oh, I love that. Oh, that line from Emi went crazy, bro. Don't forget, Elbaph is D. Oh, that goes hard. Okay. And ever since then, the government has been Elbaph's enemy? How did they manipulate him like that? Oops, I did not mean to do that. What the frick happened? Oh no. What happened to my chapter? What the heck? I paired my chapter with something. I don't know how that even happened. That was weird. I don't even know how I did that. Okay, cool. Anyway, I have to click on the chapter again. That was weird. Okay. Sorry about that. Hiccups happen. Okay, and ever since then, the government has been Elbaph's enemy. How did they manipulate him like that? As a matter of fact, these newly arrived Holy Knights of God played a pivotal role in Harald's story, but Loki still doesn't know exactly what happened to Harald in the Holy Land. If you need more details, I can explain. That won't be necessary for now, Mr. Yeah, y'all need to hurry, by the way. They're still attacking the children. Like, I think enough talking for now. We need to go. I don't need a reason to protect my homeland. Facts. There's Zoro and Sanji too. Yeah, facts. We need to go, bro. If we see eye to eye about anything, Loki, it's love for our father. Dang. Allow me to apologize for that. If nothing else. Now fight with me. For Elbaph's sake. Ooh. Look at how much bigger Loki is compared to Harden. Like, Harden is massive. Look at how big Loki is. This dude's... I mean, he is a literal giant, but he's an ancient giant. He's big. Yeah, way to go, Loki. Now he can fight. Yo! What happened? Ooh. A little bolt in the back. What happened there? In the forest. Ah! Yo! Oh, it's one of those ghost things that Killingham was making. That's it. That's what's raging up above. There's a whole bunch of them, says Chopper. Okay. Where did it come from? Is that a Draugr? But those aren't real. Sounds like the perfect warm-up. You can go on ahead. I can fly up. What is that thing? Wait, Loki can fly up? Wait, I want to see that. What's going on up there? Make it snappy, Haruden. Hey, Loki. We used to think you were a real bastard who killed his own father. Alright, Loki, I wanna see you fly, bro. Sorry about that. Respect. I love that. But only for this one thing. All of your many other crimes still count. Just shut up and go. No one asked you to say all of this. Rah! This is amazing! I can move again! I'm free! Of course, Luffy loves that. Luffy's all about freedom. Hee says Luffy. Yeah, bro. I wanna see Loki in action. I wanna see Ragnar. That's the name of the chapter, right? Let's see it. Yo! Chopper scared. There's Kaban. Hey, ship doctor. I appreciate your help here, but I'm concerned about my son. Oh, right. Sure. Nice and gentle, Sanji. Oh, he's carrying a bun too. Nice, Sanji. Yeah, I know. Weren't you going to stay here? What are you doing up here? I wanna see how you fight. Yo, I love this, bro. I love Luffy and Loki, bro. Okay. Alright then. Show off your power. Ragnar. Ooh. Ooh. Loki swinging. Nibelheim. Ooh. Damn. Wait, did he freeze him over too with that attack? Is that like a freeze attack? Or is that part of? I think that might be part of the Draugur's fire thing in the back, because in the previous chapter panel, he had the flames at the back of his head. But still, though, Nibelheim. It's like, what? He kind of got frozen over. All right, well that's the end of the chapter, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed that. All right, cool, great. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. All right, well. W chapter, nice to see Loki finally not completely, as you can see from Haruden's reaction, but absolved of his, you know what I'm saying, wrongs, because he never really, killed his own dad, and Haruden can say, you know what, we both can agree that we respect our dad, but that's it, nothing else. So, yeah, I'll see you guys, not next week, because there's a chapter break, but the week after, for more One Piece. I'm gonna do this. I should have done that entire video. I forgot to do that. But okay, it's fine. Yeah, there's a chapter, not next week, but week after that. But then we're getting 3 chapters in a row. So 72, 73, 74 from 2 weeks from now onwards. And yeah, I'm gonna upload this chapter reaction right away. Actually, I just finished. I'm recording this right now, and I'm gonna upload this right now. Y'all are getting this like basically a live upload. I mean, this is, today's the 18th of January, 4 p.m. I'm recording this right now, 4 p.m. Uploading this immediately. Like this is gonna be uploaded before 5 p.m. guaranteed, my time at least. So. There you go, y'all can have that. So, alright, y'all. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for more One Piece. I'm excited to see it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading this chapter reaction. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Alright, y'all. Peace.